Hey, my name's John. I'm the owner here at Shoreline Music, coming to you as always from Appleton, Maine. Thank you so much for taking a minute out of your day and checking out my handpan videos. Really do appreciate it. Of course, in the past, you've heard me say, thanks for checking out my guitar demos. This is my very first handpan demo, my inaugural handpan demo, and what an instrument to start with. This is the Battiloro Luna. I have a camera overhead too, so I might use that as well for this shot, but what a great instrument. You know, my wife likes to take video of all my unboxing of every handpan that comes in, because it's like, you know, Christmas Day every time I get a new instrument. And when she was shooting this one, she kind of pulled the camera aside and said, I can tell that is a really good one. And she's not wrong. I mean, this is a really fantastic instrument. I, of course, love all my children equally. I have a ton of handpans in stock. They're all amazing, but I did have to pick one to start with. And what an instrument this is. So Battiloro is made in Rome, Italy. And they have two things that are interesting about them. The first is that they tune all of their instruments to 432 hertz. So 400A equals 432. Now, if you're unfamiliar with sort of standards in tuning, most instrumental recordings you hear nowadays have A pitched to 440 hertz, but that hasn't always been the case. The standard shift, I want to say, sometime in the middle of the last century, but there's still a lot of instruments and a lot of styles of music that tune to 432 hertz, like if you listen to a lot of Baroque music, for example. In fact, that tuning, the 432A, is sometimes referred to as Verdi's A. Now, the reason these guys do it is there's this contention that the 432 hertz frequency more naturally resonates with and reaches the things that we physiologically and emotionally find appealing. I find it hard to argue with that, because I really do find this instrument very appealing. In any case, all their instruments are 432. I'm a huge fan of this one. Can't really say any more than that. I will add that they use an Italian steel alloy. It's a low carbon steel that they call ferro dolce. And it is very aptly named, because this makes some really dulcet music. Let me just play some notes for you. Hear how it sounds. So what you hear there is what I like to call moi. If you've ever played like a fretless bass, which I've played a bunch of, that sound, it's described as moi. It's this onomatopoeia to describe a sound that starts maybe a little small and then blossoms into its fullness. And in this case, you know, you're not just hearing ba, ba, but it goes boing, as each of the sympathetic resonances and the harmonics light up every time you hit the ding. So I'll hit it again, but listen for that moi. Here we go. I love that. Not gonna lie, every time I hear it in a handpan, it's like one of my favorite handpans ever. It's a really nice moi. It's not overwhelming and expansive. It doesn't overwhelm all the other notes. It's really nicely, tightly controlled. Really fantastic. Like, you could get home after a long day of work and just do this. It would be really satisfying. Now, the scale here is a Pygmy scale. F is the bass, the root here. And most handpan scales, as in most modes in general, contain the notes of more, shall we say, traditional scales. So that this, with the F here, it is actually all the notes in an F minor scale. And so you can get an F minor chord here. But it also has, of course, the relative major. So in this case would be an A. 6 or whatever. Now, I say that because sometimes I find it helpful structurally when I'm trying to put a song together to know, what chords are available to me. But if I'm being honest, and I'm guessing it's true for many of you who are watching this, most of my time on a handpan, I just spend noodling because it is, the ultimate noodling instrument. And I usually, set up a microphone next to myself like that voice memos on my iPhone. And I'll just keep it running, and I'll noodle and noodle and noodle until I find something that makes me really happy, and then I turn that into a song. This is such a great noodling instrument. As you heard, it's got great notes. It's got these great note pairs in here. It's got this 2 octave with the F. So there's your low F here. Another octave here that's over here. This is the octave. So there's a lot of things you can kind of bounce off of when you want to create some kind of noodly tune. Man, I love this instrument. I am tempted. I've been doing this for decades, almost 25 years now. I've had thousands of instruments come through my hands, and every once in a while one comes across my way that I think, I'm going to have a really hard time shipping this to somebody because I kind of want to keep it for myself. But I won't. Not this time. Anyway, I'll just noodle a bit, see if we can make some dulcet, some sweet music come out of this thing, and we'll go from there. I really like that little bit at the end. Maybe what I'll do is at the ending, that part with the waves and everything, maybe I'll make that the music that I play over that. In any case, once again, the Battiloro Luna. Such a great instrument. Man, this is so much fun to play. And here's the thing. It's the things that I love about really great guitars. Like when I'm holding a Northwood triplo in my hands and I'm bragging about all the things that it does, this thing does too. It's really responsive to a touch. No work at all to get music out of it. Really, really balanced, all the notes. All the notes with the same amount of pressure give you the same amount of notes. Sometimes when you get to these high notes, it can require a little bit of extra technique to kind of get the music out of those really, really small note fields. But this one, nothing. Just easy as pie. I'll leave you there. Battiloro Luna. You can check it out on the site. There's more pictures shot right here in our little photo demo studio. Thanks again. Thanks for watching the video. I'm going to go off and play some more. Have a good one.